Hola, muy buenos días a todos. Hello, good morning, everybody. Or if it's the afternoon, buenas tardes. Or if it's very late at night, buenas noches. So it's Mr. Kennedy here. I just wanted to give you the opportunity to practice a little bit of Spanish. So I'm just going to talk through some of the basics that we've done quite some time ago now, and you would benefit from the opportunity of practicing. So what I'll do is I'll leave a few pauses, go through a few of the things that you might want to try and remember to say about yourself. And don't worry if you can't say them, because I'll go through the answers afterwards. So I'm just going to talk you through a few of the things to get you thinking a little bit about pronunciation and remind you of a few of the key phrases that we've done in Year 7. Okay, so if I were to ask you, ¿qué tal? Hopefully you'll remember that means how are you, or ¿cómo estás? Also means how are you. There's a few possible answers to that. So if I say to you, ¿qué tal? Can you just think and perhaps say back into your phone or computer one or two of the answers that you might give if somebody asks you how you are, ¿qué tal? Or ¿cómo estás? Okay, so I'm hoping some of you are feeling really well, in which case you might have said fenomenal. Fenomenal. You might be very well. Muy bien. Muy bien. Sometimes that's the polite answer anyway, rather than telling everybody everything that's up with us. But you might say muy bien. Muy means very. So you might just be bien, which I guess is a bit like saying fine, thanks. So we've had fenomenal, muy bien, bien. If things aren't going so well, you might say regular, regular, or mal, which is bad really, or fatal, which I know some of you will remember, but people don't say that very often because that means they're having a really bad day. Okay, so ¿qué tal? Fenomenal, bien, regular, mal. So I wonder how many of those answers you've remembered. Also, of course, you're going to want to be able to say what your name is. So the question people might ask you if they don't know you is ¿Cómo te llamas? And remember, your answer is me llamo, followed by your name. Just a reminder there. So me llamo, if you remember how you write it, it's me le llamo. If you didn't know any Spanish, which a Spaniard wouldn't understand, of course, because you have to say me llamo. So if you're not sure about some of the pronunciation rules, and I know that's one of the things we're missing really, is the speaking activities in class. In the front of your little pink booklet, you've got a little guide to it. So an E at the end of the word, one of the numbers there to remind you of anything different from English. An E at the end is an A, isn't it? And then a double L is a Y. It's certainly in Spain, slightly different actually in Argentina or other parts of the Spanish-speaking world. But that reminds you of any of the letters in that little guide that aren't like English. So that should be useful to practice and be having a look at. So, ¿Cómo te llamas? Me llamo, followed by your name. You also might want to say where you live, and the question for that is ¿Dónde vives? V-I-V-E-S. Again, a V is a bit like a B, so ¿Dónde vives? And you would answer with vivo, ending in an O. When you're talking about yourself, the verbs, which are the doing words, tend to end in an O. So vivo en York, vivo en Inglaterra, vivo en Yorkshire. ¿Dónde vives? Vivo en York. We've also we looked at how old we were. So the question for that is ¿Cuántos años tienes? Now the Spanish people do that slightly differently because they don't say how old are you, they say how many years do you have? So actually your answer is to say I have 12 years, which I guess most of you are now, some of you will be 11. So you have to say I have, which is tengo, 11 or 12 años. Tengo 11 or 12 años. Both those numbers, 11, 11, and 12, 12, they both have a CE, and we've talked about the E being an A at the end of the word. The C is a th, again in most of Spain. Sometimes you might go to the Canaries or to South America one day, and it's a S, but usually before an E or an I, a C is a th in Spain. So it's doce, with that E being an A, doce, or once for 11, años. And remember, we put that little squiggle on the end to make us say ñ, like España or años, as opposed to just n. So we've had ¿qué tal? Muy bien. ¿Cómo te llamas? Me llamo, followed by your name. ¿Cuántos años tienes? And you would say tengo 11 años if you're 11. You would say tengo 12 años if you're 12. So just going to go on to your birthday, because I think we covered that as well, which is ¿Cuándo es tu cumpleaños? ¿Cuándo, when, es tu cumpleaños is your birthday? So cumpleaños, a very long word, actually means complete a year. When do you complete your year, is the way the Spanish put it. So instead of saying tu cumpleaños, your birthday, you will answer by saying mi cumpleaños, and then is the, es el, followed by the number, so ocho maybe, day for of, octubre. Mi cumpleaños es el 8 de octubre. So the only issue really is just remembering the word order. You always put you'll put the number, ocho, then of, day, and then the month. And the month's quite easy. It's just January, which is enero, which you wouldn't really be able to guess from the English. But again, you can go through them. I'll do it quickly now, actually, if you want to repeat after me. So we've got enero, febrero, marzo, abril, mayo, junio, julio, agosto, septiembre, octubre, noviembre, and diciembre. So you should be able to pick your month out. Just in the summer months, so we're in junio now, and soon we'll be in julio. It's that J, which you just have to make a little bit of an effort to say a h with. It's a little bit out of your throat when you say it. Junio. So today, which is the 12th of June, is el 12 de junio. When I'm recording this, it's the 12th of June. You try and work out what the date is when you're listening to this. So, ¿cómo te llamas? Me llamo. ¿Cuántos años tienes? Tengo 11 años. Tengo 12 años. ¿Cuándo es tu cumpleaños? Mi cumpleaños es el 3 de marzo. To give another example. ¿Dónde vives? Vivo en. So that's just a few basic reminders, really. So just wanted you to start with that. And I'm also going to be doing a little clip about some free time activities. So we're going to learn a few new things. So I'll do another video clip and you'll see that soon. If this has been too quick, then just pause it between each thing, go back over it, get your little pink booklet out. Do try to say things out loud. And obviously keep looking at class charts for all the ideas and different places you can learn. It's been great to see some of your work, and I know some of you've really enjoyed the Oak Academy lessons. So I'm going to say goodbye for now, which is adios, and hasta luego. See you later. Gracias por escuchar. Thanks for listening.